Pocket FM.
To unlock all the episodes, click the link in bio.
This morning, a man stood across from me, humming. Above his head, one word flickered. Accident. He got off 2 stops later. When I looked in the mirror after, I expected a word too. Instead, I saw a bird. They said the divine injection would change me. They said I'd awaken something. Guess they were right. But before the beasts, before the power, there was pain. And before the pain, there was Edgar. Edgar flicked the ash from my clothes back at my face. How'd you get the money to pay for this initiation? Don't you know the injection can kill unworthy peasants like you? Today was the day of my divine injection. If it didn't kill me, then I could gain a superhuman ability and enroll in the Golden Divine Academy. I was hoping that today would be my lucky day, for once. Then I noticed that my prized letter had fallen out of my pocket. No, I reached for it, but Edgar's boot came down hard on my hand before I could touch it. What's this? He snatched it up and read aloud. Good luck, Carl. Don't worry about the money. I poured the rest of my savings into your divine injection because I believe in you. Do it for your Lila and me. Love, Mum. The crowd broke into laughter. I shouted, "Give it back!" Edgar pushed me back with his boot. Your poor mother. She's going to regret wasting all that on you. Suddenly another voice called out, "Leave him alone and hand it over." It was Dana. She stepped in and shoved Edgar back. Dana was my one and only childhood friend. She was also the most beautiful girl in town, with gray eyes that never flinched, even in front of Edgar. Edgar stared at her, then tore the letter and let the pieces flutter to the floor. There, take it. No! I dropped to my knees, scooping up the scraps. Dana knelt beside me, helping gather them. Don't let him get to you, Carl. Then, the intercom blared overhead. Section B, report to your testing bays. My heart pounded. It was time for the serum injection. It could either kill me or make me powerful. I held the pieces of the letter to my chest. Please, let this change everything. Edgar smirked. Showtime. Ash wipe. In line. I watched the students in front of me exit their injection rooms one by one. The door sealed behind me with a hiss. A tall official in a white coat motioned me forward without even looking up from his digital pad. Sit. Left arm out. I climbed onto the cold metal bed and rolled up my sleeve. This was it. Everything my mother had saved. Everything left of our family name. My one chance to escape the mines. The official tapped the syringe. Deep breath. I closed my eyes. Please. I don't care what power I get. Just let me survive. The needle stabbed into my arm. Cold liquid surged through my veins, followed by a sharp, burning pain that climbed toward my shoulder. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the lights flickered. The machines around me sparked and buzzed. Outside, I thought I heard birds shrieking all at once. Or maybe it was in my head. The official's pen froze mid-mark. What the? Pain exploded in my chest. I gasped, gripping the bed as the burning spread through my body like fire under my skin. When I looked down, I saw it. A jagged 3-clawed mark carved deep into my arm. It glowed a violent red, so bright it filled the whole room with light. The official stumbled backward into a tray of instruments, eyes wide. I've never seen that mark before. What is that? The mark flared brighter, and the light burst outward, forming a massive, ghostly claw hovering above me. It looked alive, like a beast made of red fire, ready to strike. Fear tore through me. What's happening to me? Am I going to die? The official tapped frantically at his tablet while his assistants backed away toward the door. Class, unknown. Power, unknown. Then he froze. His face went pale. There's no way. I took a shaky step forward. No way what? Before he could answer, the glowing claw crashed down, and everything vanished in a flash of red light. No! The room melted away. The cold metal walls dissolved into dark trees that reached up like claws. The ground cracked and glowing faintly red beneath my feet. From the shadows, creatures emerged. A silver deer with a scorpion's tail, a giant spider sparking with lightning, and a white wolf with 9 flaming tails. They didn't attack. They bowed, all of them, lowering their heads to me. My mind spun. Why are they bowing? What are they? Then the ground trembled. A vast shadow swept over me. I looked up. Wings. enormous and dark, blocking out the red sky. A roar shook the forest, echoing through my bones. I tried to see its face, but before I could, I jolted upright to the loud rattle of a train. "Carl!" Dana's face snapped into focus beside me. I looked around in confusion to see everyone staring at the jagged red claw mark on my arm. It blazed like molten metal, flooding the cabin with light. They gasped. "What is that mark?" I yanked my sleeve down, but before I could say anything, "Attention students!" The train car fell quiet. At the front, a woman in a military coat stepped inside. Her name tag read, Sergeant Rita. "Congratulations on passing your divine injection and being accepted into the Golden Divine Academy. We will arrive shortly." Accepted? So this was real? My head still throbbed from the vision. What did it mean? What was my power? "I suggest you begin training immediately. You'll find resources specific to your unique abilities in your assigned cars." To my left, a boy flexed his hand and sparks snapped between his fingers. To my right, a girl floated a coin above her palm. Meanwhile, all I had was a throbbing headache and a bizarre claw mark. Then Sergeant Rita's gaze cut into me. "If you have yet to manifest your abilities, make sure you do so before we reach the gates. You'll need them to survive your first trial. Now find your individual cabin cars and get started." Near the front, I spotted the bully Edgar, whispering to Sergeant Rita, pointing to me. Rita's gaze locked on me. Edgar sneered, clearly determined to make this day hell for me from start to finish. My arm still burned, like the mark wasn't done with me yet. "Hey Carl, are you okay? What was that power? Maybe I'll finally be." Dana squeezed my shoulder and pointed at a door down the corridor, magic shimmering at her fingertips from her newly awakened mage powers. "You're supposed to go there. Good luck." I still had no idea what my power was as I walked down the hall, absently scratching at the mark on my arm. My mind drifted back to the vision. Error. Pet skills not available. A voice clicked in my head. "You must record a pet." Record a what now? Was this part of my power? Was I magical veterinarian? Before I could think, a snack cart rolled into me. The attendant, a kind-faced woman with a warm smile, steadied the cart. "Snack, sir?" "Oh, no, My stomach growled loud enough for both of us to hear. "Sure. You'll need this more than food." "Wait, what do you mean?" She wheeled away before I could ask anything. I unwrapped the package and found a mysterious giant egg inside. I wondered what kind of gigantic animal did this come from. Suddenly the egg started throbbing and blue veins started appearing on it. The train entered a tunnel and the egg illuminated the entire compartment. A sudden flash came from it. For the third time today, I was somewhere else. But this time I felt like I actually knew where I was. This was a space inside my mind where my powers lived, and it felt deeply familiar. And there, on a stone altar, was a straw nest. And in that nest sat the egg, glowing faintly. The same one I'd just been holding, covering in glowing ruins. A white void. My egg was glowing like a heartbeat. A tiny crack. And for the first time I felt seen. Then the voice returned, calm and mechanical. "Suitable pet target found." What? For a moment my mind snapped back to the real world. But I wasn't in my cabin. I was in the train's kitchen, bumping into a cook. What the hell? Had I just trance-walked here without realizing it? "Sorry about that. Don't worry, kid. You must be really hungry. Let me get you some meat." Suddenly my vision snapped violently back into my mind. In front of me sat the cracked egg, and beside it, a small bird chirped softly. What in the world? Beast space activated. Wind speed, hawk pet added. My eyes widened. Wait, what? Is this my power? This isn't a wind speed hawk. This is just a hatchling. Wind speed hawks were birds with a foot wingspan, capable of creating tornadoes. This little bird was cute, yes, but it was no wind speed hawk. The smell of cooked meat brought me out of beast space and back to the real world. "Here you go." The cook extended a plate, which I ravenously snatched out of his hand without thinking. I devoured the meat like an animal. Fitting. I guess I was part beast now. When I regained control of my body, I had pieces of meat all over my face. Then the voice inside my head pinged through again. Beast face activated. Supervision activated. Supervision. I blinked and my vision changed forever. My eyes cracked open. I could see miles away. Every heartbeat, every shimmer of heat. So this was supervision. Maybe this skill isn't so bad after all. And to my surprise, that wasn't all. Because the B-Space voice kept coming through with new downloads. Additional skills include Rend. Rend was a basic combat skill that allowed me to create a super sharp air blast. Red arcs exploded from my fingertips. Combine supervision with Rend. Now we're talking. I went back into the beast space to thank the little hatchling for its powers. But to my surprise, the hatchling had also grown into a little bird, almost as big as my hand. Okay, maybe you will grow into a wind-speed hawk after all. The bird yapped and squawked once it saw me. But neither of us could understand the other. I scrunched my face. Guess we can't communicate after all. Best to go back to Dana and see what she can tell me about this. Back inside my private quarters, I told Dana about the B-Space while I finished my food. Dana furrowed her brow. You're one of us now. And awakened. Then let's awaken something the Academy's never seen.
Fate provided an answer, because at that moment our train suddenly crashed. The world around me flipped upside down as our bodies were thrown against the wall. The crash was over in an instant, and when I came to, I was lying on the floor of the room. Sergeant Rita burst through the door. There's been a crash. We have to go. I immediately looked around for Dana, who was struggling to get back up on her feet. Thank you, she whispered as we joined Rita and the other students outside. Relieved. Without all the dust from the mines, it smelled strangely like trees and flowers here. The cause of the crash was a large boulder that had been placed on the train tracks. Rita muttered something under her breath. This is no accident. We have to walk the rest of the way there. Shouldn't we wait for help? Dana leaned on me for help. Rita shook her head. Whatever put that boulder in the tracks is still out there. We have to move. That was all I needed to hear. Let's go. I motioned to the students, following behind Rita. Dana and the others fell in a row, even Edgar, who clearly hated having to follow me. We walked through the forest and into a field. I turned on my supervision to watch out for traps. Though I couldn't see the Academy with my supervision, I did see something else on the way. I could tell that there was a huge population of earth mice hidden throughout the field. Earth mice were small beasts who could dig forever and even throw stones with magic. They were mostly harmless, and I had some experience hunting them down to eat. But in large numbers, forget about it. Just 10 earth mice could easily overpower an adult man, and a colony has hundreds if not thousands of earth mice. Mice, hungry. I instinctively grumbled to myself, even though I wasn't really hungry. Rita's ears perked up. What was that? She asked. I covered my mouth, but it was too late. I didn't know why I had said it, so I had to think fast. There's a colony of earth mice right under our feet, I said to Rita and the other students. Rita frowned. A colony of earth mice can take out a battalion. Any plans? I might have hunted them before, but that was with a slingshot, and in small numbers. Getting a clean kill shot here would be much more trouble, but maybe I could do it with Rend. I just have to time it right. One wrong Rend move and I'm earth mice bait. I stepped forward, armed with nothing but a single combat skill and a baby bird in my head. Not exactly the most glorious of first battles, but it'd have to do. The moment my foot touched the ground, the earth mice snapped into immediate action. The 4-inch long earth mice began to hurl small rocks at me, giving away their location. Rend! I screamed and flicked my fingers. 4 sharp red energy arcs flew out of them. The arcs easily swiped through the earth mice, sending them scurrying back to their holes. No rocks had hit any of the students. Rita had an impressed look on her face. Good thing you have Rend. If it was a better skill, you'd have no energy left. I rolled my eyes. Yes, using powerful skills took away your energy and made you pass out. But did she have to phrase it like I had any other options? With my supervision and Rend, we made our way through the field in no time. Soon, we were inside a dark and deep forest, and I felt as if we were being watched. Keep an eye out, everyone, Rita warned the group. we're not alone. I felt a little happy that Rita agreed with me, but I should have known that meant trouble, because that very instant, Edgar's yell cut through the tension. Help! We all turned to see Edgar being lifted up into the sky by a large living vine. Vines sprung up out of the ground all around us, trapping some by their ankles. Help! Another student yelled as they pulled her down onto the soft dirt. Rita tried to help her, but a loose vine whipped at her face, keeping her back. It was a plant monster, the kind that can easily destroy towns. How was I supposed to stop it? Supervision was of no help here, and Rend could only shoot out 4 energy arcs at once. And if I cut them down, they'd probably grow back immediately. Was this really the end? No, I'm not going to give up, not when I'm this close to the academy. I finally had a chance to start a better life, and I wasn't going to let a plant take it away from me. Luckily, my friend Dana knew exactly what to do. She put a hand on my shoulder, pointing at the mage mark on her skin. Let me use my magic skills to amplify yours, but if you do that, you'll pass out from exhaustion, I warned her. Better to pass out than die. She leaned in for a hug. I blushed immediately. We had known each other for years, but we had never been this close. Dana, I began, but I couldn't find the strength to say the thought that had crossed my mind. Besides, there were more important things to do first. We had to save the other students. Amplify! Dana screamed as she spun me around, activating her magical powers. A surge of strength flowed into my muscles as Dana literally gave me her magical energy. I flicked both of my hands forward. Rend! I screamed with a hawk-like screech at the end. Instead of just 4 red energy arcs, 20 sprouted from my fingertips like a firework. Each sliced a unique vine, either freeing a student or helping them in a fight. I felt Dana lean against me. The spell was already taking a lot out of her. We're not done yet. Amplify. Kill the plant. A second burst of energy gave me the confidence to do what had to be done. I clapped my hands together and sent out one combined red energy arc towards the plant. It sliced right through the plant's stem, separating the head from the body in one clean swoop. The plant fell, withering away almost immediately as it was deprived of its food source. And of course, sticky green sap sprouted from the stem, covering Edgar from head to toe. He looked so ridiculous, the others couldn't help but laugh. Edgar glared at the others and ran off to a nearby river to clean up. I didn't laugh because I was more focused on Dana, who looked close to passing out. I'm okay, Dana said as she stabilized herself against me. Rita walked over, ready to help her. Good job, you two. If you can do it again without passing out, you might just be more than common students. I fought the urge to roll my eyes. Couldn't Rita just give us a compliment for once? I'll help your friend, Rita said, offering to take Dana for me. Go pick up Edgar. I wanted to say something, but Rita was far faster than me. That's an order. Dana gave me a nod to show me that she was fine, and I reluctantly obeyed Rita's request. Edgar, I said out loud, following him towards a nearby river. We have to leave. I should have used my supervision to keep an eye out for any traps. I should have known Edgar wouldn't just run off to cry because he doesn't have a heart. But I was so focused on getting back to Dana, I didn't see Edgar's fist coming at me. It connected so perfectly, I flew straight into a nearby tree and fell to the floor with a thud. Edgar, what the hell? But Edgar placed his hand over my mouth. He had an unbridled rage in his eyes, and his warrior's mark was glowing an eerie red. You humiliated me. Did you really think I'd let you get away with that? I tried to flick my hands to use Rend, but Edgar grabbed them and twisted them. The pain was so intense, I felt like I was about to pass out, but I held on until he stopped. Can you imagine if you get back to the academy and your hands are broken? Edgar said. They'd have to send you back to the mines, and you'd be useless there too. His grin grew wider with each word. I could see the joy he got from imagining my doom. No, I can't let you get to the academy. You're just too nice for my taste. Edgar's hand clamped around my throat and his warrior's mark glowed red again. If he kept going, he wouldn't just choke me to death. He'd rip my head out of my spine. Edgar smiled. Don't worry. I'll tell everyone you died saving me from a little bug. And then I'll take care of Dana in a way you never could, you little virgin. At that moment, I wanted nothing more than to stop Edgar in his warpath of insanity. Luckily, someone else came along to stop him for me. Unluckily, it was a raving frost giant. The frost giant's foot flattened Edgar so swiftly his hands were still wrapped around my neck. I had to take them off and back away in fear and reverence of this majestic creature. The frost giants had once been the enemies of our kingdom centuries ago. With luck, this was a friendly frost giant on its way to killing someone else. The frost giant's eyes locked onto me, and his mouth spread open to reveal jagged teeth.
Food.
His whisper sounded like an earth-shattering bellow. The sound brought the attention of Rita, Dana, and the others, who climbed up the hill in shock. "It's a frost giant," Rita screamed. "Everybody run!" Rita's attempt to save the students made her a prime target for the frost giant. With one flick of his hand, the frost giant swatted Rita away, sending her flying off. "Oh my God!" Dana screamed in shock at the sight of Rita disappearing in the distance. "No! Dana, don't speak!" Too late. Dana's scream had attracted the attention of the frost giant. "Food," he whispered again, his drool hitting the ground like immense rain droplets. The frost giant moved its feet, and the students all scurried away like rats. Dana tried to run, but she could never outrun a giant. His massive hand grabbed her off the ground. "No!" I screamed as I watched Dana being lifted off into the air by the giant. At that moment, I wanted nothing more than to fly, to rescue Dana, to tell her what I felt like.
Is that true?
A vainglorious male voice said in my head.
Are you ready to prove it?
The voice wasn't just any voice. It was the little bird in my beast space. Except it had grown, thanks to the earth mice I fed it earlier. Now it wasn't just any little bird. It was a windspeed hawk. The hawk bowed its head.
So, you're my new master, huh? You may call me Hawk.
I blinked in shock. "You can talk, and you want to be called Hawk?" Hawk nodded.
And I can help you save your beloved.
Back in the real world, I suddenly felt myself lifting off the ground just like Dana. Had the frost giant snatched me up while I was talking to Hawk in beast space? I opened my eyes and realized I hadn't been scooped up. No, I was flying. Red energy wings had sprouted from my back. My mark glowed almost as bright as the sun.
I can give you so many more abilities.
Hawk said.
This is merely the beginning.
"And what do I have to give you in exchange for more power?" I could hear Hawk smirk once again.
How about we have some fun?
I smiled alongside my new friend and locked eyes with the frost giant. "Hey, ugly." The frost giant looked over at me, and so did Dana, who was still trapped in his hand.
Who are you?
The frost giant roared at me. I prepared myself for the greatest fight of my life, as a sword appeared in my hands. "You can call me the legendary Beastmaster." The frost giant's grip is crushing Dana. Carl's crimson wings ignite, blade in hand, Hawk's tempting voice in his head. One strike could save her, or doom them both. Will he defeat the frost giant and save Dana? What will Hawk demand in return? And will Carl survive the Academy's deadly climb, or be devoured by his own power? Don't miss the next thrilling chapter of First Legendary Beastmaster, only on Pocket FM. Download the app and listen free.
Pocket FM. To unlock all the episodes, click the link in bio.